Okay. Alright, let's check the armor and see if we've got any good Nakuga armor and stuff like that. See how good it is. It's got evasion and salt in the wound. What on earth is that? Notable damage increase to enemies with abnormal status. Just makes me more evasive, which is actually kind of useful. Only problem is it's kind of difficult to make. Got a lot less armor than Dambaros. But it has much better skills. Depends if we find more Nakugas. Now we can only make a sword. Then I'll make the armor then. Probably don't need the parts to upgrade. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna have enough parts. I just have enough. Don't equip. How much armor is it on currently? 68, 4. Oh, I can use the stone that I got, but we need to fight another one, or two. If we can find two more, then I can upgrade that armor so it's better.
Thank you.
It's definitely going on the team, and I've been thinking of who to get rid of. And unfortunately, it's gonna have to be Pukey probably, even though Pukey like literally carried me through the last thing. I just need all the other monsters though. A Ludroth. We've got a rainbow gene. I'm not entirely sure what that means. It's a Nakuga. Alright, we need to go to Melang Sing. He's got double crit. We'll have a look at this rainbow gene. It doesn't do anything. It just allows any colour to work. So what's this? Merciless gene. We could just steal the firecrack ability. So what is the other gene they had? Unstoppable, so I need that from another one of these. So what's this? Harmony, reduces cost. It's got crit. This reduced the cost. This needs to stay because that's my strongest one. So I got 2 which reduce the cost. I'm gonna get this firecrack to be the strongest. Which is gonna... I wonder whether it will actually use it. Because the way the firecrack works is the Peko uses them 2 stones on its wings to create the fire thing, so I wonder how it's going to create the fire thing on this. So what's this one? Another... that's just the crit one. Okay, well we'll put the Nagakuga on the team. What's it got as its skills? Stealth. Alright, doesn't have that. Doesn't have a good skill. I was hoping it would have jump. Like, I need something with jump to replace the Velocidrome. We could technically replace Bulldrome now, rather than Pukey. We'll keep Bulldrome for a little longer. Alright, let's go to Melangsync before I forget. There's nothing here. We could see what the one I'm missing does. Ah, it's defense, but it doesn't look like it. I could just get like the flasks. To empower myself even more. Increase my max health by 3. Increase my elemental attack by 5. And increase my elemental defense by 5.
Elder, we're back.
I am glad to see you prevail. You seem to have the potential to live up to your grandfather's legacy.
Yeah! How's that for proving our worth? Not that we didn't have help. Alwyn did a great job, too.
I'm so relieved.
Something didn't seem right about those woods, though. All the monsters were really on edge.
Is this true, Alwyn?
Yes, sir. It's just like before.
Before?
When Red saved the village all those years ago. The monsters were agitated back then, too.
Is it happening again?
There's no need to worry, Enna. We'll tighten security. If anything does show up, our riders will be there to deal with it.
So what happened back then?
I suppose you have a right to know. It does concern Red, after all.
I'd like to tell them, Grandfather.
Of course, my dear.
I'll take you to the spot where it happened. Come with me.
I'll come too. We'll be heading to Mount Harzgai. Make sure you're prepared.
Okay, I don't really get it, but sure, let's go!
Come with me, there's something I need to show you. A strange occurrence continued to plague the forest, even after you defeated the Nargacuga. A report that Albuin brings to the Elder Morga conjures up old memories of Red, and renders an awful past. As Red's grandchild, you must learn the past somehow. Ina encourages you to head to Mount Harzaki. Hopefully I didn't hand in all the quests, I probably did. Because we could really do with some XP on the Nargacuga, because it's not usable for like quite a few levels. I suppose I could use it in the, yeah, I left some quests for it to get levels with. Learn Spike Bomb. Make it a little easier to just get high scores. Pot boosted. Got some luck charms. Lucky prayer. Oh, you can now just add that. That's actually a pretty good prayer. Frill should be so strong though. So where are we heading this time? Really should probably run into them because I could just one-shot them. He flew over it. Might actually just use his skill just to see what it does. Shouldn't be too expensive. Firecracker. I just want to see what Firecracker does. He just cracks his beak.
Keep up this pace.
Mainly it's just useful for the triple bonus, for the other bonus. They just die.
Well done. I'm impressed.
I don't even have to draw my sword. But yeah, we're gonna try and track down a Nagakuga. Well, 2 Nagakugas to get the armor. And I should really check how to actually get Nagakuga to retreat. It's got a very high crit rate. Oh my god, you can just change them to baby form. So how do you get them retreat? Attack it after it falls into a pitfall trap. To just pitfall trap it to make it retreat. Should check how to get the broken frills to retreat as well. And this guy. So just to break all the parts, and this one's just break head while enraged. Interesting, we're missing 2 monsters. And he just dies.
Well fought,
We
my friend.
killed that rat. Oh shit, a rat. Monster cold. Try and get some eggs that we don't have yet. A Joros egg. Yeah, Ku egg. Ludroth egg. All eggs are gone. Lighting isn't very good in this cave. Trying to find eggs that I'm missing might be a problem. Yeah, if I can get a Barrios, then they'll probably have dig, which is one of the things that I'm missing. And I don't know what the broken frills would have. It'd probably have the same effects as frills, because it is the same monster pretty much, just with poison. And they just die. You hear that? It's a yeah. Now Cougar is almost ready to be used. Just needs another 3 levels. Certainly is fast to level up other members of the team though. Tiger X.
Impressive display of kinship.
Not really. Didn't even put in any effort. A nitro shroom. Another Ludroth. Trying to wake it. This egg. Palamumu egg. Herbivore egg. Well, guess we're stuck with herbivore egg. Maybe I will just put Nakuga out. Maybe it is ready. It is a tough monster after all. It's not some Velocidrone or anything. I want to see what the stealth is. Press B to go into stealth. Will not work on monster already spotted you. He's stealthy. Oh, that's going to be really good for sneak attacks, actually. No, it won't. Doesn't work for sneak attacks.
Impressive display of kinship.
Need to kill 3 Crocopecos anyway. Weird. I was gonna say it's weird that he can camouflage, but there is a subspecies that can.
Well fought, my friend.
Like, it really should be. That really should be the subspecies exclusive ability. Because Lucent Nakuga can actually turn invisible. And then there's Green Nakuga, which literally barely any difference. Like, it turns out it does actually have a difference, that it has a higher chance to stun. It's just, I'm immune to stun in every Monster Hunter games, because stun is, like, overpowered. So I didn't actually realise there was a difference. There's nothing here. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, we got a Nakuga egg. Oh, good egg. Oh, this is a really good egg. The problem is that my inventory's getting full. I might have to sacrifice a lot of monsters.
Well fought, my friend.
Yeah! Would have been nice to have another Nakuga egg, like a good one. But in truth, the genes don't seem to make that much difference. Honestly, a weaker monster might actually be better. Like, get a bad monster, but like, has one which has all the gene slots unlocked, able to be unlocked, but they're empty, so you can just fill them with whatever you need. Problem is though, a lot of my monsters I want on, like, I'm gonna not really have a choice on what monsters I have on the team. It's just ones that like actually have abilities. Don't remember if we went in this one before. So we're gonna head in here just in case. Looks like we haven't been in here. Or maybe we have. No, we haven't been in here. I swear to God, once I find another monster that can jump, this has been replaced. Problem is I don't know another monster that can jump. I'm hoping Congalala can jump and climb, because that would fill 2 roles. I think if either of the Spider-Mons are in this game, I'll probably use them. Because there's 2 of them now, with Rise. I can't remember whether they were rideable before. Because before it was only Narcilla. For some reason I keep forgetting the controls on how to actually bring up the map. Wow, this cave does not have any monsters in it. Just jaggies. Like, small jaggies and that.
Well fought, my friend.
Anti-stench. Fury Slash. What's Fury Slash? Low chance to retain charge level after using a great sword attack. It's kind of cool, actually. Be nice if it could be used on any weapon, it just had a chance to keep any weapons charge. If it was any weapon, it would be a usable gem. Except for if bow does retain charge, that'll be very strong. Because bow charge is literally 2 attacks. But yeah, the firecracker thing doesn't really do very much. I don't think on this monster. But it does give it the bingo thing, so it's like got probably about either 120% increased damage or 130 maybe. You could have a look at it actually and just see which one it is. It's probably 120. I can't look at it from here. It's double bingos, but I don't know whether the double bingos actually do anything. Oh well. Know what they actually do. Right, well. Looks like this is the right way. Why is this cave so empty? Yeet. I'm wondering whether that was the way I was supposed to go. I want to fight some actual big monsters. Paratoad. Well, there's a big monster. Now we can see whether we're strong enough to kill a Ludroth in one hit. We are.
Well done. I'm impressed.
Pretty sure we're able to one-shot nearly any monster in this area now. Well, this was the wrong way. Could really do a climb that would speed up getting back. But like I was saying, Frills is such a good battle pet in WoW. Because the thing is, it's a beast pet, so like, when it takes half its health, it does like extra damage. And then like you use Rampage, and then the Rampage just heals it back up to... No, I think it's not Rampage, Ravage. And then the Ravage like just heals it back to about 80% health from half. Because it's because it hits so hard. Ah, missed. Kind of should hunt that for the extra power. But the thing is, the only power I need is Unstoppable, and they don't seem to have it. I need to actually fight regular Yankokus. Oh, I can't get this chest because it's on top of a vine. Meaning that this cave can't be finished. Hopefully there's a good monster at the end. There is. Not sure I can one-shot this. But if I can, then I definitely need to move on. I can't. Good. Those wings are very hard. Oh, its tail's resistant to slashing. He unstoppable! Soften weapon to hammer. We should probably come for bow. Someone else can break its tail. Oh, it's stomach, not wings. He's gonna need healing soon. He's so angry. He goes to tactical, doesn't he? Sharpened blades. I think elemental attack means any attack, not just like elemental attacks. Because this thing has no elemental attacks. Of course you are. Fine, we're swapping to Uldrone then.
Keep going.
What? But we already head-to-headed it. How did he get that? This thing can literally just attack twice in a turn. So you can get 2 head-to-heads, which is crazy. Of course you do. Swap monsters to Ludroth. He just hits half his health with a head-to-head. Wasn't enough to finish it. Oh, I forgot to use the pitfall trap. Damn it! I don't know if it would have worked anyway because it's on the nest. And I needed that to actually succeed. I was just filling up the bars though. Well, no choice in the matter. At least I can power up my Narkuga with this Narkuga egg. Or vice versa. Depending which one has better genes. Locked gene slots. If we do move to a new area, I might just go through all of the areas which I haven't been through yet.
Impressive display of kinship.
It's a shame. I'm gonna get rid of Ludroth because I already decided what's replacing Royal Ludroth. But we haven't got that yet. But I just love how much I love the way it moves. It's just such a good way. It looks so much like a sea lion. Have you seen that? Have you seen how like seals move though? It looks so funny. Pecco egg, do not want. Herbivore egg, not good. Good egg. Another great Jaggy egg, which is stinky. Might as well just take it, because it's good. But we're missing 2 monsters from the area. Like I said, if we move on and if we move to a new area and I haven't found them 2 monsters, I'm gonna go back and try and find them in the paths I haven't taken. It certainly is a humble Mount Hazaki. It's Haragaki. Haragazaki. No, it is Harazaki. Buddy, what do you think's going on with these mountain? I guess we'll just have to go and check it out ourselves. You ready for this, buddy? Look over there at the bridges, let's check them out. Pull the lever to lower the bridge. That's a big lever. Yeah, it worked. Let's keep going. Oh, a giant question mark.
Well fought, my friend.
If I'd had more Pukey Pukey parts, Pukey Pukey would be on the team instead of this thing. Because I really like Pukey Pukey. Oh, it's just a lever to lower the bridge. I probably have to get off this to pull it. $100 Zenny, almost worthless. I say this, but Zenny is usually a problem to get, but in this game it seems very easy to get Zenny. Considering how many small monster parts I have. There's Euros. And the fact that I can literally just kill monsters within seconds.
Impressive display of kinship.
It is an impressive display of kinship. Also, I was thinking to attack monsters. Vital essence, more heart recovery. Let's see if we actually need to get off. A part needs to be lowered. A part needed to lower the bridge is missing. We're gonna have to look for it. Let's detect monster. No monster. Drawbridge lever or lever. Okay, there's another thing over here. I'm gonna kill it legit to try and get it to spawn an egg. Is that attacking me? Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna charge you up. He should be strong enough to kill a Jaggy, hopefully. Shuckler is. I forgot how weak Shuckler is actually currently. I need to heal. He's not strong enough, for fuck's sake. Of course he's not. Let's go for that pierce shot right to the head.
Don't waver. Keep going. Show me your skills.
Did you see that? I just one-shot his head. That's what we were planning on doing.
Well done. I'm impressed.
See, I got like 200 Jaggy scales. I'll go in on the way back. Burn ointment. You haven't actually been burnt since the Anjanath. He's sleeping because we beat the shit out of him. Try and get a good egg. We're out of eggs, let's go! With our oversized Kunithi. Detect light. He must detect all light. Yeah, I can do it from the monster's back. Or maybe not, just maybe you can put it back like that. No, I can do it from the monster's back. Lumu. This is probably a way to fight the Palamumu. Don't really care for Palamumu, so... Don't know why I needed that other egg though then. Got Killer Tail. Definitely should be strong enough now to be used. Pekko, we don't need a Pekko. Well, that's annoying, that's probably a sneak attack. Because it wouldn't let me turn. Wasn't. But he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Well fought, my friend.
A bit over leveled for this area now. Even though we're not, it is a threat actually fighting this stuff. Oh, it was a drawbridge lever. Okay, I'm not entirely sure which path we're supposed to take. Should really take the other one because it's left, but we're gonna go this one because we're closer to it. Some iron. Antidotes to rare poisons. Don't need Pekko. Might be able to get this. Can. Another drawbridge lever. So we've got 2 drawbridge levers. Ludroth. I could technically kill Ludroths legit to try and get more Ludroth eggs. Oh yeah. Can get one of these. What monsters to Royal Ludroth to do extra damage. Whoops, meant to go for wings. That was a mistake and will cost us it running. Sucks how weak my monsters are compared to his. I'm gonna go for wings. Nope, wings are resistant to sword as well. Only part you definitely don't want to hit is body, because that causes them to just only go for body. Go for tail. You want some tail? There we are, tail's got a weakness too. Okay, fight, power. Where do we want to attack? Go for head because they haven't been damaged yet. Oh crap, it does fire damage. Well, it's not doing anything, so I'll just do... Oh, the head barely got damaged, that's not good. Then we'll break the tail then. Oh, it's attacking him, that's why. Do a flip! Okay, wings broken. Hit nothing, which isn't good. So you think it's going for speed, do you? I'm pretty sure it goes for power, so... Could be wrong though. It's trying to die. Made itself more defensive. Oh, I forgot I had charged my greatsword.
Keep up this pace.
Let's increase it even higher. I forgot what attack it used actually. Would have gone for the head there, but wanted to break that part. Malchite. Meowchite. But now we can get one of them eggs, which is good. It's asleep. Honestly, kinda should fight it again. Just because it was kind of hard to find these. Yeah, I still don't know what that egg was before. Maybe it was this egg. Gonna try and get a rarish egg. All the eggs are gone, but we have an egg. Oh, there's the other monster I'm missing. The broken frills. A Yangoro. I forget what Yangoro uses, I think it's tactical again. What was I actually supposed to do again? Oh yeah, break its head while enraged. Oh my god, it's actually killable. Just instantly. Why'd I go for power against that? Potent poison tail. Well, someone's getting poisoned.
Show me your skills.
Oh god, that's not good. Oh, I don't have enough power. I need to swap monsters to something that's strong on him, meaning Ludroth. Which is also something that needs healing, so... Could really do with an antidote being used here, but... This is gonna hurt. Just took all the damage that I just healed up. That's not good.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna get the head break. Oh, you broke the tail, good. That interrupted him. We can survive the poison. Hopefully he gets enraged now. Stunned twice for some reason. His head's gonna break before he gets enraged. There we are, now he's in the perfect spot. I slipped for a second there. As we know, do a flip! We'll just heal it next time. I should have paintballed. I forgot to use paintball. It was good enough anyway.
Impressive display of kinship.
Again though, we want to fight this thing. Again. It's actually a possibility I might have gotten this thing's egg before and just not noticed. Nah, I would have noticed. I reckon it's probably a purple egg with... Nah, I actually don't know what this egg would look like. Yeah, I haven't got that before. Still sleeping. But at least we got these 2 eggs. Maybe there's some new monsters up here. Damn Boros! I was tempted not to fight it, but then I was like, I'm gonna fight it. Oh crap, I forgot to use a power attacker. I also charged. Push the mountain back! Time to do a flip. Do a flip. And down the mountain goes.
Impressive display of kinship.
Mansfield was rusty. Caravan. Oh wait, it's not a caravan, it's a tunnel. Welcome to the feline burrow. Guess we'll take a rest here. Do you want me to treat your wounds? Sure, why not? It doesn't cost anything other than my soul. Anything of value? Life powder. Probably should have saved while I was here. I'm probably gonna have to fight quite a strong monster again like the Anjanath. Except for it's actually gonna be a threat unlike the Anjanath. I'm gonna go back in here. Nah, I'm not. I'm just gonna... If I die, I die. Oh my god, is that the way into Deeploam? Is this the empty maelstrom?
Here we are, where it happened.
Whoa! Huh? What is this?
It's the Airy. After Emil nuked it.
Don't get too close.
Long ago, this pit appeared, swallowing up the land. It made a strange light blanketing the area in its hue. And that's when Red saved our village.
A strange light? You mean like the one we saw on Hakolo Island?
Yes, the very same. Except the events here weren't quite as recent. It all happened 50 years ago. What could this be?
I've never seen anything like this.
What are you doing? It's not safe!
I'll be fine.
Talon!
Zellard! Hurry! Okay, pal, let's do this.
Red and Guardian Ratha were able to subdue the monster. I hate to think what might have happened without their help.
Ah, so that's how it was. First the light, then monsters turning into maniacs. It's just like Kokolo Island!
Yes. At the time, we thought these strange things were only happening here. But we were wrong. It was Red who showed us that. A couple of decades passed, and then he came to see us again. He'd found pits and strange light in other places, all around. All those years, he'd never stopped searching for answers.
That's some awe-inspiring stuff!
Before anyone else, Red figured it out. He knew the world was in grave danger.
What was that? Anna, get back!
Alwyn!
It's just like that time. Here it comes!
Yikes! We're really in the soup now!
Here, I'll take the egg.
It's up to us to stop it. Ready?
Right on!
For a second I thought it was a gold Rathalos. I was like, oh fuck. It's just like 50 years ago, but it's not the same as it was then. This time, I protect Ruto and Ina. Don't forget about us. We took down an Anjanath back on Horror Island, you know. This thing is less of a threat than an Anjanath. She sure is fired up. But it's still going to be hard to take down a Rathian. Rathian will be... I have no clue. All I know is that it's not a good idea to use that. We'll just keep one of them. We'll just keep the ones we have currently. Swap to Ludroth. Get them heals out. It's speed, okay. Don't know who it's going for. Frills is technically weak on it, but it's also strong. It's not attacking anyone. Should really go for a slashing weapon. Toxic Assault. Hopefully it doesn't hit everyone. Oh, Toxic Somersault. I read it incorrect. Didn't get the poison though. Rathians store their poison in the tail, you know what you should do. Yeah, I wish in the games if you cut off the tail it stopped the poison. It does make the attack a lot shorter, which does help. It's just looking at it. Toxic Somersault, oh crap. Really need to get rid of that tail quick. Oh no, double toxic somersault. Now it's mad. This could be the right move. But I can't heal both the things. It could go to tactic though, and that would ruin everything. It's too much of a risk, I have to swap. Can't use Ludroth because it's got weakness to fire. Gotta get rid of that tail now. But I probably... yeah, I have enough power. So it's probably gone to power in my opinion. It has. No more tail. Alright, so I'm pretty resistant to poison, so might as well just keep my sword out. Might as well charge up the sword as well. Come on, Nakuga, push it back! Oh, it's going for a poison flip even though it doesn't have any poison. No, he's going for charge, so it's just using a fireball on him. No, it's going for a speed attack, interesting. Oh, it's cooled down, that's why. Now it's going for a poison flip, but shouldn't be. Yeah, he is using Toxic Somersault.
I can count on you just as I did Red.
Going for me. Can we use a skill on my monster? I can take a single hit. Oh wait, no I can't, I'm wearing Polymungo armor. Oh no, it's going for a flip again. How much damage does the hammer do? Not much. Oh, what the hell. Well, he ain't wrong about one thing. Very toxic. He is almost dead, though.
Seems I can count on you.
If he uses another attack on Nakuga, Nakuga dies. Oh, that gets rid of poison. Time for a new move. Dark Thrash. Alright, we won. Good job out there, Alwyn.
Well done. I'm impressed.
Thank you, I'm finally feeling like I'm catching up to Red a little. See, like I said, killing the tail made no difference. It's still poisoned with it. Fortunately, the tail is not always a poison in this game. It is in actual Monster Hunter.
I trust you're unharmed, Enna.
I'm fine. And so is the egg.
Then let's get a move on with it.
What could have caused that Rathian to lose control like that?
The light.
Woohoo! The kinship stone powered up, just like when you defeated the Anjanath.
I think it's ready to come out.
Really? You think it'll hatch soon?
Yes. We'd better get back.
Fight was easier in the end than the Anjanath. Rathalot's egg is gonna hatch soon. Let's get back to the Elder's house quickly. Kinship Stone is now level 3. Let's go around the pit. Let's go around the airy pit. Or theramore pit. Or the giant new coal. And at least putting the Nagakuga on the team was certainly a good idea. into the burrow. Take me back to Ruto Village.
Now, the kinship stone.
Don't back down, buddy! Remember what Kana said! Believe in yourself!
Be purified.
Come on! Just a little more! You can do it! It hatched!
Yes!
Look! He thinks you're his mommy! Welcome to the world, Ratha!
He cannot fly very well, though.
His wings are so small.
That's true! He's got cute little wings! Everybody's gonna love you, little guy!
Elder.
Make no mistake.
So that's it.
What are you talking about?
This is the destructive monster from the legend.
Huh?
Somehow, I was picturing something more impressive.
He may look weak now, but one day...
Can you stop with all the doom and gloom? He's just a little baby!
Zelad, you must show them.
Yes, as you wish. If it's proof you're seeking, you'll find it at the Dragon Shrine.
I must report back to Kyle. That Rathalos is no runt.
This is the legendary monster. Raisewing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin. It is said that long ago, A flightless Rathalos was born in these lands. At the same time the Rathalos was born, disasters started to befall the world. Sensing that the Rathalos was responsible, the people banded together to hunt it down. In an effort to escape, the Rathalos's wings grew, and it took flight. It blanketed the world in light, and brought ruin to all in its path.
Brought ruin to all? Ray's wing Ratha was responsible for all that?
So the legend says. It's thought that because of this legend, Rathalos are as revered as they are in your homeland.
But look at how cute it is.
I see what you're saying. There is a resemblance, but still...
Our ancestors passed down this story. There must be a reason why. It would be folly to ignore its warnings.
Well, what do you expect us to do? You want to get rid of this little guy?
What if we were to awaken its power?
Huh? Zellert, I don't understand.
If we believe the legend, it means this monster's true power is still lying dormant. In my opinion, the rite of channeling won't be enough to help us. But if we can draw out its true power, we can see if it's the force we all fear.
But what if it truly does possess the wings of ruin, like in the legend? In that case, what do you suggest we do?
I know of a Wyverian who can both awaken and inhibit a monster's abilities. If the worst should happen, he should be able to seal away this Rathalos' power.
Nice! That sure seems like a good game plan, Zellard. Wait, that guy really sounds familiar. I wonder...
The last I heard of him, he was staying in Kuan Village.
Kuan Village! I knew it! It's gotta be Old Day-Day!
You know him, Naviru?
Yeah, he and I go way back! I know the road to Kuan like the back of my paw, buddy!
I'll go as well.
Hmm?
I'm the one who gave you the egg. I will stay by your side until we can understand the truth of Ratha's power.
I hope you realize what you are getting yourselves into. This will be neither easy nor safe. There's no guarantee you will succeed. With that in mind, do you still plan on going?
Yes,
What do you think, Zellard?
Legends can be interpreted in a number of ways. None of us can say what they mean for sure. Having said that, if there is even the tiniest sliver of hope, I believe it is worth the risk.
Alwyn, set things up for them to depart.
Yes, sir.
Onward and upward, buddy!
Go if you must. We'll pray for your safety.
thank you.
He ain't called Rafa, he's Rafa Jr. Also, you could read the story to say that he only caused ruin because everyone was hunting him down. So as long as we're kind to him, he won't cause destruction on everything. Rafa Jr. is still too young to take part in riding actions or rite of channeling or kinship skills. It's just too young to do anything. It's your job to keep the young Rathalos safe and raise him well. Next stop, Kanku Village. Just leave all the navigating to good old Naviru here. Wait, shouldn't we We shouldn't leave without saying goodbye to Alwyn. You should go and see him once you're ready to go. The long-awaited moment came. The Rathalos egg hatched. However, the baby Ratha Jr.'s wings are small and weak. They are not the wings befitting the future King of the Skies, but those of the destructive Razor-Wing Ratha. You head off in search of a way to save Ratha from his cruel fate. Ratha Jr. How many eggs do we have? I believe we have room for 7. No, we have room for... Yeah, we have room for 7. Oh, he is in the party, though. But he probably just can't do anything. Probably find you can't change his name. Hey, look, he's big. I don't think that's possible to rename. Yep, not possible. It should be called Ratha Jr. though. How many eggs have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 eggs. But we do have enough room. Unless... Oh, I miscounted. There's 8. Alright, I'll sacrifice a few before, like... What's that skill? Oh yeah, the unstoppable tackle. Who shall be the next one to gain? Builder Run could be better. This Ludroth would be a better Ludroth to use. No, we don't want to channel that one, we want to channel this one, and... Hopefully I channeled it the right way around. Oh, this one's actually better, I think. Is this a better Ludroth? So you can get one there, and one there. So you can get 3, that one can get 3, this one can get 2. I think this Ludroth's better, actually. Can it be given to him though before he even learns it? Alright, Ramnar can't be sacrificed. So I can give him evasion. Can reduce the costs. I'm gonna get evasion, I think. Or I could just use the Ludroth I have currently. That seems like a very strong water gene. I'm an idiot. Where's my other thing? Because I don't think it has that gene. Or it's just locked. Yeah, it's just locked. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep the Ludroth I have and just swap it. And just give it the skills of that one I just did. Why can't I do it? Okay, we're gonna find another monster with evasion now, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, but the other one can get the 3 in a row power. No, the other Ludroth is better still. I can get 3 in a row power. Damn, the genes are just so annoying. I'll do the rest like next episode. This one's getting a bit long.